going on, everybody? This is Nick, aka Club Style East Coast on Instagram. Wu-Tang forever, baby. That's right. Welcome to the Lowdown, episode 7. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Nick, also known as Club Style East Coast on Instagram. If you don't know my page or my bike, basically my page is all about showcasing East Coast builds, East Coast bikes, and also my bike, my bikes, I should say, and the many lives it's been through. Speaking of which, if you haven't seen it yet, it's probably down below this video, but go ahead and check out the Lowdown episode 3. Where my bike in its previous life with the FXRT fairing, FXDLS Brooklyn, did a video on that. And if you like fast Dynas and fast club style bikes and purpose-built bikes, then go ahead and hit the like and subscribe on FXDLX Brooklyn as well. So this is my 2015 FXDB Dyna Street Bob. I bought it in 2016 January, had about 300 miles on it. It was all stock. That did not last long. And if you know anything about me, like I said earlier, this bike is on its 7th life already. Went with zippers, Redshift 657 cams, my Fab 28 high output exhaust. I downgraded, not downgraded, I should say I downsized from an FXRT fairing to the Memphis Shade Road Warrior fairing. And as you can see, I started going with a lot of raw parts on there. My boy Eric has it on his bike, Tattooed Scum on Instagram. And I really like the look of it, and I thought it would go with this because, yeah, baby, I like it raw. So, you know, those are just some of the highlights of the bike. And of course, the paint. I got to give my man a shout out at Weights and Paints on Instagram. He does killer bee work. You know what I'm saying? So those are some of the differences between the last life of this bike and this one, but there's a lot more than that. So before when my bike was previously had the FXRT fairing on it, I had 11.5-inch risers with 3.5-inch high-rise Lucky Dave bars. I went much shorter this time. I went with raw CNC machine boosted Brad's DMR risers with Flymoto high-rise bars. So I went down about 2.5-3 inches, and I gotta say I was a little worried about it at first, but I know a lot of racers set up their bikes like that, the guys that race their Harleys and stunt. So I figured let me give it a shot, and I absolutely love it. I'm 6'1", different setup, different feel, but it feels a lot more comfortable, which is weird, but it does. It was nice not having the wind, you know, my neck fighting the wind with the FXRT fairing, but still I felt like I was missing something, the feel of riding the bike. Before the FXRT, I did have a Memphis Shade fairing on there, and I decided to go back this time with the Memphis Shade Road Warrior with the, I believe it's a 14-inch windshield, and I love the feel of it. You know, I like, it feels more nimble to me going in and out of traffic. I won't say that I like either setup more or better. They're just two completely different setups and both feel great. So originally, about a year and a half ago, I had told FXDLS Brooklyn on a previous trip in New Jersey where we were visiting Marvel Kid 87 that I was planning on the quiet doing a Wu-Tang themed bike. But honestly, this was probably in the plannings and in the works about a year before that. So it's been a while. And you know, if you follow my Instagram page, you know I'm all about promoting East Coast bikes, East Coast builds, as well as bikes from all over the country and the world. Just dope bikes, you know, dope builds. And I wanted something that as soon as you see it, you're like, yup, that's an East Coast bike. Yup, that's an East Coast rider right there. And to me, nobody defined the East Coast, especially when I was growing up listening to hip hop. I just felt like I had to pay homage to a group that I've been listening to since 1993 and have never stopped. And for me, it's just like my way of paying homage to how their music made me feel over the years. Who's my favorite Wu-Tang member? That's a tough one because all of them, there's so many of them, and all of them bring something different and something unique. So I love them all as a whole, but if I had to pick one, I would say I relate the most to, rest in peace, ODB. And the reason why I say that is because his bars were hard. but he was also goofy and light-spirited, and that came through in his music, and that's how I am. I'm a goofball. Everybody that knows me, you know, it doesn't matter. I was in the military for 20 years and all that stuff. I don't need that tough guy stuff. Like, I'm a goofball. I like making people laugh. I like seeing people smile, and I just kind of related to him in that sense more than most. So far, the build is almost complete. It's rideable and I'm riding it. Trust me, I don't care what the temperature is outside. I'm still waiting on my rotors, but this thing, it's already looking lovely. But when it's done, you know, I'm hoping it's going to be a showstopper. I definitely plan on hitting a lot of events this year. The last 2 years with COVID, and work and family stuff, I haven't really been able to hit a lot of the shows, so I definitely plan on getting out there more this year. Definitely doing ride-ups, meetups, and things of that nature, and I just want people to see it, and I love the reaction already. I took it out for a ride the other day, and people were throwing up the Wu-Tang sign at me, and you know, it's getting a lot of love, and I love that, because the bike deserves it. Wu-Tang deserves it. Not that they need me to do that, but I'm just saying, like, it's just a cool feeling. My influences for this bike, I would say it's a lot of things. Definitely just trial and error. I've had a lot of different setups before this current setup, and you know, it took time for me to discover my own riding style and the way that I like to be aggressive or chill and lay back, and now I'm just all out. I'm going for the aggressive look, aggressive ride, aggressive feel. And definitely a lot of my friends have helped me out with this. I gotta say, I try and wrench as much on the bike as possible, and the only things that I really won't mess with is like electrical and inside the motor case, but everything else I try on my own. And just, you know, even through my page, Club Style East Coast on Instagram, by highlighting other people's builds, it gives me inspiration for this. So through people that I interact with daily on Instagram, their bikes are giving me, you know, it's influencing how I set up this bike right now. My take on the current state of Harley Davidson, I gotta say, I love Harleys, and I will always be on Harleys. And at first, I wasn't too thrilled about the new Softails and the direction they were going, but I gotta say, it's actually, you know, I've changed my mind on that. I've gotten to ride a few now, and it definitely feels really nice on those bikes right out the gate from Harley. The only thing that I think Harley needs to work on is they're having a problem getting younger riders to buy new, and it's hard to do when the bikes are so expensive. So I just wish Harley would trim down some of their models and offer like a very basic model, a decent model, and then like a souped up model right off the bat. This way younger buyers might be able to get a new Harley, whereas instead of, you know, if they want new no matter what, they might go to a metric bike because they're so much cheaper. And they're good bikes too, but you know, I think Harley just has to work on the price point a little, maybe for an entry-level Softail that's like a low rider or something like that, so that the younger riders could get themselves a new bike instead of having to buy used or a metric. So for my Instagram page, Club Style East Coast, I want to do a lot of new things this year. So I'm trying to do like Real Talk Tuesdays, where I just sit in front of the bike and talk to everybody and try and get interaction through the comments more than just reposting people's stuff, and definitely getting her out to different events and things of that nature, so that, you know, I could see how people react to the bike. But so far it's been all love, and I appreciate it a lot, because when I was thinking about doing a Wu-Tang build, honestly, in my mind, I thought some people would love it and some other people would be like, Wu-Tang on a Harley, what are you doing? Which I didn't care about anyway. It's my bike and I'm gonna build it how I want, you know, but so far it's been nothing but love. And I'm talking about 50, 60-year-old bikers. I'm talking about the young bikers. Everybody is digging this thing so far. I appreciate it. 36 Chambers here appreciates it. And you know, my ultimate dream would be for somebody in Wu-Tang to see this bike and just be like, that's dope. If that happened and they even just gave it a thumbs up, I swear to God, that would make my year. Previous versions of this bike, go ahead and check out the link in the bio from FXDLS Brooklyn. He's actually done my bike a couple of times, but the last video was with my FXRT build. And then now I have this set up here. And just remember, if you want beef, boy, bring the ruckus, because Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing up with. That's right, this is the Lowdown, episode 7. We're out of here.